Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a short video walking you through the resources that we're going to be using for the rest of the week in order to complete the assignment that's due on Sunday. So that said, let's first go back into the week 12 overview so you know what I'm talking about. There were a couple of you who weren't in class on Monday, so I want to make sure that you understand what we're doing in this assignment. The in-class writing number 8 is technically what I'm calling a proposal, a topic proposal, along with a research question. I know that sounds kind of formal. It really isn't. It's an informal 1 to 2 pages. Keep it under 300 words. If you're not at 300 words, that's fine, right? I want to see more than a couple of sentences, though. I want you to think about it a little bit and kind of jot down your preliminary thoughts as you begin to consider the problems and solutions that you're going to write about in this essay number 6. So for the proposal, it's essentially just setting out what that problem is and maybe some potential solutions, right? So essentially your topic. It should include a working title. Make sure that you have some research questions. That's why this week's class is devoted to developing a research question. And then I also want you to talk about the problem that you're researching and some possible solutions, why you think that problem is worth writing about. It could be a personal reason, or it could have more global implications. I also want you to think about who the audience is. We talked a little bit on Monday, and there was a writing activity, a warm-up activity, dealing with analyzing the audience, thinking about who your audience is. Who are the stakeholders? The people who are empowered to implement the changes and solutions, as well as the people who may be affected by a problem that you want to write about. And then when you think about it, it's also good to have a research plan. So if you have already done some research, if you've looked at a few websites, you just cut and paste the links. It doesn't have to be super formal. Cut and paste the links so I can take a look and see what the type of sources that you're dealing with, so you have at least some kind of plan in store. Again, it's not super formal, but this is kind of a pre-writing exercise to help get the ball rolling, to help pin down a topic for you, and to move you in the right direction. So that is due on Sunday. Now let me jump back to the module and show you the rest of the materials that we'll be working with this week. I have here a separate link for developing a research question. It's a video that I will show you on a separate website, but this one is just the YouTube link for it. If you want to watch it there, it's up to you. You could go to this website here. I've copied and pasted some of the information because it is a Creative Commons and I'm able to use it in the course. So I opted to just have a separate YouTube link and then some separate things on a different page within the course itself. So we have this video and it's roughly about 7 minutes long. It's not super long. There are some steps that you can follow when it comes to thinking about and formulating a research question. First of all, you got to pick a topic, right? You have to have a problem that you want to solve. But remember that you don't want such a broad topic that it's difficult to tackle. So you need to make sure that you write a narrower or smaller topic that's related to that first broader one. And then list some potential questions that could logically be asked that are in relation to the narrow topic. After that, pick the question that you are the most interested in, right? Which one piques your interest? Which one gets you fired up? And then change that question you're interested in so that it becomes even more focused. You really want to focus in on that. So we'll jump back to our page and I will take you to this link, the page that we have here, Developing Research Questions Activities. So this is something that is more or less designed to be done in class, but I'm not making it an assignment. I don't have enough time tonight I'm recording this Tuesday night. I don't have enough time to kind of reconfigure this into a discussion board activity for this week, but things in the following weeks that we would normally do in class as kind of a discussion will be turned into a discussion board. So just think about it as something that I'd like you to at least think through, maybe toy with some of the ideas here, but you don't have to write anything and you don't have to submit anything. So the first activity is actually thinking of questions. So for each of the narrow topics that are suggested below, think of a research question that's logically related to that topic. So you have to keep in mind that good research questions often, but not always, start with those words how or why, right? Not necessarily what. What is more of, subject matter and is just simply reporting. Whereas if you are asking questions why or how, that leads more to a problem and the solution, right? A problem that needs to be solved. How can we solve the problem of high college tuition, right? How can we reduce the costs of college tuition? So whatever your topic happens to be, think of some questions. So here they have some topics that are suggested. U.S. investors' attitudes about sustainability, college students' use of Snapchat, the character Scout in To Kill a Mockingbird, nature-inspired nanotechnologies. What the heck is that about? And marital therapy. So again, you can take a few minutes, maybe toy with those topics. Maybe one of these really interests you as a topic that you want to pursue in your paper. That's fine. But the point here is to come up with a question that is not only logically related to the topic, but is also not easily answered with a quick Google search. So again, if it's a why or how, it's not going to be as easily answered by looking on Google, whereas if it's just a what question, you can go to Google, look it up, and get information. You also want to make sure that your question is specific and not vague. So college students' use of Snapchat. How is the use of Snapchat amongst college students affecting their ability to sustain attention in classrooms, right? That could be a problem, and that's a question that you would begin trying to figure out answers to. How are they being affected? How is the attention span of college students being affected by their use of Snapchat? Just to give you an example. The second activity down here is focusing questions. So these have some first draft research questions, some of which might not be very good, right? First drafts, as we learned early in the semester, there's always the shitty first draft, right? So these first draft research questions don't have enough focus. So I want you to take a look at them, read them, identify at least one area where they might be vague. And then on the following page, there's an answer page. You can check your vagueness with what is identified. It's great if you found more than one, because that can lead to research questions of greater specificity, where you want to be specific and not vague. So the first drafts here are, why have most electric car companies startups failed? It's a good question, right? How do crabapple trees develop buds? Not so much a problem, but it is a good research question. How has NASA helped America? Okay. Why do many first-time elections soon after a country overthrows a dictator result in very conservative elected leaders? And the last one here is, how is music composed and performed mostly by African Americans connected to African American history? If you click next here, it will take you to a page where the answers are provided for that second activity, just so you get some idea of how to, once again, refine your research questions. I'm going to hop back to this page. And I think what I'll do is actually, I will provide you with the link to this website because it does have lots of information explaining the purpose of research questions, how you can narrow your topic, as well as some background reading, regular versus research questions, and influence of a research question. I'm going to click on this link just to take a look because I haven't looked through all of it. So I don't know what they say about background reading. I guess they're just talking about doing some research to get some general knowledge before you go and dig deeper into your overall research. So yeah, let me, I'm going to copy that link and make sure that I link it in our Canvas page. So that is more or less the information on research questions and developing a research question. If you have any questions for me regarding how to go about doing the proposal and research question assignment, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be on campus on Wednesday, the 29th, but after that, I will be working from home unless you want to meet face-to-face during our regular class time. I'm more than happy to be flexible about that. But I think, you know, doing the remote delivery is going to work better for our small class size and our sporadic attendance. So yeah, if you have any questions, again, reach out to me. Remember that Don is also available. He is on campus just about every day, I think. And he can work with you face-to-face or virtually. He sent out an announcement, so make sure you read that information and you know how you can arrange to work with Don. So I think that is it. Those of you who were not in class on Monday, if you do want to do this warm-up and write it down just for your own purposes, again, I didn't give any kind of points for this. I didn't make it a requirement because I don't want people to miss out on points just because they had to miss class for health reasons or schedule conflicts. So, but if you want to look through this, write the answers down yourself as you begin to think more about your problems and solutions essay, as well as the audience that you are thinking about trying to reach in your essay. I think that's also a good pre-writing exercise for you to do. Okay, so this is everything. And again, if you have questions, reach out to me. I'm going to let you go now and good luck. Okay, take care. Bye.